So I'm currently coming to you from my garage. It's not really easy to film and talk at the same time with lots of kids in the house. So I came out to my garage freezer. I put my 2 freezer meals in that I made today. Freezer meals. I have not really done a ton of freezer meals in the past. The only time I've really done anything like that has been in preparation of postpartum time. This summer, I have my 2 oldest home every day right now. So this last year, we do homeschool, but this last year, my oldest 2 attended a public middle school. And so having my 2 big helpers gone all day, sometimes it was quite an adjustment. So right now that they're home, they're able to help me more. They're around to keep eyes on the baby if needed while I'm doing other things. So I've been able to get some more kitchen work done. And so right now my goal is just freezer meals. Getting those freezer meals prepped and in the freezer so that when we're out all day swimming or we have plans and I don't feel like cooking, we can just pull these out the day before, thaw them, have them planned for like a day that we're not going to be, we're going to be busy. So then we have our freezer meals as needed. So I'm going to show you a couple of my freezer meals that I've been working on. This is what I've gotten done so far. So today I did film, and I just put these in here, a ham and macaroni casserole. I got 2 big bags of that. And then last week I did a broccoli, chicken, cheese, like rice casserole. So I've got 3 bags of those in here. And then I also did a spinach, like a meat ziti with spinach in it. And I also have 3 of those in there. I didn't start filming when I did these ones, so I don't have the filming, but it was really simple recipes, honestly. So I've got 3, 6, and then the 2 ham and macaroni casserole in here. So also I had prepped last week some shepherd's pie. So I've never made shepherd's pie before. A lot of these recipes that I'm putting in the freezer are items that I guess just came by quick that I hadn't made before. But this first one, I did do a sweet potato topping on the shepherd's pie. The other 2 have the normal mashed potato and like cheese topping. These are kind of small for our family, so we probably need 2 for a whole meal, or maybe 1 would work as a lunch from the kids and I. They could always be served with salad or like a fresh bread on the side to make it stretch all the way. I'm looking forward to making use of these meals as the summer goes on. Here's my little shadow who follows me everywhere. So then I also did do some pizza pasta. This is pretty much my own recipe. It's really simple as well. I had planned on doing 2 bags of that for the freezer, but one of my children really enjoys it, so she requested to eat it. So we had our pizza pasta for dinner the next day after I made them. I just left one in the fridge, put it in the crock pot. It was an easy day. Yeah, put it in that garbage. It's an easy day dinner, so I didn't have to worry about dinner that day. This freezer meal that I made is going to be like a ham and macaroni casserole. So I have a can of cream soup, cream of chicken, and cream of mushroom in there with, I think it's sour cream and milk. I added like garlic and onion powder. I'll link the recipe for the exacts. I didn't exactly go off the recipe though. I just use it as a base. So I am cutting a ham steak with scissors, much easier than chopping. I added 1 ham steak into that and 2 bags of frozen peas and carrots for the vegetable part. We mix this up. I mixed this into already cooked elbow noodles. I think I cooked about 6 or 7 cups, but I did not use them all for my casserole. I saved a few cups to serve the kids with their lunch today. But we also shredded a cheddar cheese block into this. So mix all of it well. We've got the elbow noodles, shredded cheese, peas, carrots, like a cream sauce, and ham. So I labeled these and I put them into 2-gallon sized bags. They're going to go into the freezer. And when we bake them, we'll probably put like a little bit of a topping, like a breadcrumb topping on top to give it some crunch. 2 future meals done. Here I have 3 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of ground pork. I'm going to make some mozzarella stuffed meatballs. I'm using, I think the recipe is an egg per pound. I have about a cup of breadcrumbs. Don't mind that little bowl. That is my chicken scrap bowl that I have on the counter there. I also added some Parmesan cheese to this. I believe I have onion and garlic and parsley. I'll link the recipe that I took this from. I am just going to mix all of these ingredients together and get them rolled into little meatballs and stuff them with mozzarella cheese and bake. This is the mozzarella cheese that I use to put inside of my meatballs. It's a fresh mozzarella. I just cut them into smaller pieces and put them inside the middle. And there is my meatball mixture. All rolled up. I have a tray already in the oven cooking, and I will show you what they look like when they are done. So here is one of my trays of meatballs out of the oven. They came out yummy, but they are not very pretty. That's all right. We will eat them anyways. They don't have to be pretty to feed us. It also ended up giving us probably at least 2 meals worth that I put in the freezer. Now here I'm going to show you an easy breakfast that we make sometimes. I just have about a dozen eggs scrambled here in this bowl, and I just poured a little bit of heavy cream into it. I'm going to mix it up. And I have this Pampered Chef pan. I think it's like the brownie pan, but I really barely ever make brownies in it. We call these egg squares. I just grease that pan and then I pour my egg mixture into the pan. And my kids enjoy these. They enjoy them best fresh. I mean, you could always prep these ahead as well and save them. But after the egg mixture is in the pan, I like to put some type of topping inside of it. Today we're doing just some bacon bits and shredded cheese. It's great with sausage and mushroom or ham. I do have one child that isn't a fan of cheese in her stuff, so I did leave a couple of them without any cheese in it. But these are an easy way to use up a bunch of eggs if you have a lot of eggs like I do. So this pan ended up giving us 12 egg squares. Some children will eat 1 to 2. There's been days where I've made double batches of them and they've ate them for lunch or like an afternoon snack even. So here is what they look like out of the oven. I'm sure you could even do these in regular round muffin tins. You should give it a try. My little guy sure was smiley and being silly when he was eating his. So my next task that day was to make some crustless little peanut butter and jelly rounds. So at the store, you see the Uncrustables. They are so expensive for just being peanut butter and jelly, and my kids always say they want them. I do not buy them. And so I thought I would just do a little novel treat and make some for them. I just made my sandwiches and I used a cutter and I cut them out round and then I wrapped them and stored them in the fridge. Another thing that we made was blueberry muffins. I doubled my recipe or even, I don't remember, I might have even tripled it. But we ended up with about 40-ish blueberry muffins. There they are, beautiful. I've actually shown this before on my channel. I use a recipe from Homestead Kitchen. I believe it's from Eve and Ivan Kilcher. So you'd have to look that recipe up to get it. But it is a good blueberry muffin. It's my go-to blueberry muffin recipe, and the kids do gobble them up. I did end up freezing about 20 of them for future snacks. I do hope you've been enjoying your spring weather. If you've been getting good weather, we have had lots of days in the high 80s and even 90s. So we have been enjoying lots of sunshine and outside time. I hope you have a wonderfully blessed week, and I hope you enjoyed our video. I'm hoping to do a garden one next time. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again in the next video.